tired.
You go to bed earlier tonight.
You're live.
Hi. Can't see us.
I'm getting there. That dog just gets barkier and barkier the older he gets.
Dog.
He's very annoying.
Bum, bum, bum. We'll do a live where I just recite poetry. It'll be epic.
All right.
Let's just see what other people want to talk about. Subscribers only mode?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I'm going to go get something to drink.
So you don't have to deal with any annoying people, hopefully.
Get me a drink while you're there.
What do you want?
Rum and Coke.
No.
How's it going, people? Whoever. I don't know if I can see your comments yet. Our producer has walked away, so I am on my own. We were just going to... Normally we've been playing like games or something on here, but JK says hi. Tonight we're just going to BS with you guys for a few minutes, see if there's anything on your mind or something you want to talk about. So let us know. Nothing too weird. And we have, you have to be a subscriber to comment because we have some weirdo problems on here, so. Anyways, what's going on? Anybody want to talk about anything in particular? Or Frogman says hi. Are you actually a frogman? That would be terrifying. Yeah, cool. I feel tired today. Stayed up late last night, got up early today. I'm not used to that anymore since I'm self-employed. For real. Oh, we have a guitar over here, and anytime we open the door and close it, for some reason it plays a little tune. I don't know what's up with that.
The air.
It's an actual guitar. So you're putting anyone on now?
Yeah.
So anybody can comment now, so come on, weird.
Probably hooligans.
Bring it on.
You know, one thing I've been looking at is this analytic. This one right there.
Okay.
And we have increased it.
We have.
From 34 to like about that number, actually. So that's good.
Is it?
Yeah, we doubled it.
People aren't annoyed.
We're more
by us as
entertaining, I
quickly.
guess.
Did you? Oh, there we go. Here's the weirdos.
Number one.
Yep.
Say if we get like ridiculous amount, I'm just turning it back on subscribers only.
Right. What made you start YouTube and funny videos? Well, actually, he did it first. He was, you had some gaming accounts on YouTube and stuff, right?
Yeah, I was doing nerdy gaming videos and then
Minecraft or something? Was that
Fortnite mainly.
Fortnite, yeah, okay. I remember that, and I remember having to work overtime so you guys could buy new skins for your characters.
Oh my.
That was like a thing. I need this. I'm like, really? You need that, huh? Well, let me work a Saturday so you can get that. Yeah, but he started that, and I don't know. I'd always told jokes at work and stuff like that, try to cheer people up, make people laugh, and people had said you should get on social media and just try it, you know. So I asked him about it. He's like, yeah, let's do it. So originally we were only on here and TikTok, and then so we posted like 2 videos or something.
We posted like 5 a day for the first
But
week.
I mean that first day.
We posted 5.
5, and we were at a water park, and we didn't have volumes a little low. Normally we have those things.
We just gotta talk up.
But
or speak up.
so we were at a water park in Branson, and we didn't have a good signal that day where we could really check stuff, and I didn't know how to check stuff. So we were at the end of our day there, and toward the front of the place you could get a signal, so he checked it, and he was surprised at how many views we actually had. We both were.
It was a
Of course,
few
I didn't know
thousand
what
in
was
the
going
first
on.
day.
I still don't, but So he said, well, let's just keep going. So we started making them and slowly getting better at it, and you know, progressing, get more followers, more comments, everything, more viewers, and here we are today. And it really hasn't been compared to a lot of content creators. Most of them, we've grown a lot faster.
Yeah, we
than
have.
most people do.
Yeah.
Have you tried stand up? No, I haven't. I just actually was at a meeting today with some people, and they asked me to actually do that on a stage in a public event, and I'm not sure about that.
Yeah,
For one thing, I don't know if we have time.
We have 6 months to prepare for it.
Right.
If we
Well, I'm
wanted
not talking about the time to prepare for it. I'm talking about because we're involved with the event and doing things, running a booth. You know.
Yeah, but if we just got up there for 5 minutes.
It's actually a Jeep show. Yeah, we could do 5 minutes probably. But they want me to judge Jeeps and all that stuff. Here last year I was walking around and barely had a Jeep. And now they want us to judge Jeeps. So it's kind of weird. But microphone is not working. We don't have access to those one things. Plug those in.
I don't.
Apparently we're kind of down here. We're in Arkansas. This guy says the volume is fine. We're going to plug in these mics. Normally when we do those lately, we've had a GoPro and we have a speaker or a microphone here. We don't have that tonight, so we're going to plug in these little DJI. I don't know what that means. We're in Arkansas. If I didn't say that, I think I said that. Ethel says hi. Hey, give me one of them. It's on.
Yeah, it's on.
So see if this is an improvement here. Try that.
We'll see. The batteries are low on them.
They are.
Especially this one.
So I don't know. Can you hear me better? 67 or 68 Ford Mustang. Not a big Ford Mustang fan, but probably the 68 actually. I know everyone probably likes the 67, but
okay.
now look at the 68. Let's see. Of course, he didn't say what kind.
They're the same.
They're a little different. The grill's changed.
Nah, they're the same.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, there's a good question. Does your son have any tattoos, and do you have a tattoo guy that you use there? You do not have any tattoos, and I don't think you have any plans to get any.
Nope.
I do have an actual tattoo guy that's a good friend of ours. We've made jokes in his shop and talked to him about other things other than tattoos. So I stop in there even when I'm not getting tattoos. But Flying Monkey is where I go in Harrison, Arkansas. Great people, really friendly, great work, I think. And just really good people. Like I said, they let us do jokes there if we want and hang out, you know. I mean, they're just super nice people, so I recommend them. But now you at one time were gonna get tattoos, right?
Yeah.
But now you kind of don't want any. So
Right.
LOL ain't no way. What do you mean by that? Can you explain your jokes in your shorts in description for non-native speakers? Is that something? Because I get some comments like, you know, I wish that you had this translated where I'm from, whatever country.
I don't know how we do that. There's so many languages out there. I mean, we get
Right.
views from everywhere, so it's like,
Isn't there a translator function on YouTube that they can click and there isn't?
no.
I like the logo poster behind you. Very cool. That's our watermark logo that you see on all of our
like,
videos now.
We got it on our hats and stuff.
Yeah,
Shoptheguy.com.
that's right. So, do you have a full-time job? Nope. This is pretty much full-time.
This is full-time.
Joe Rogan on the right. No, far from that. Translation not helps. Yeah, I don't know how we would do that because, like you said, there's so many languages it would take up like the whole screen to put all that text on there. I mean, I don't even think it's possible. We for a while we were trying to do a Spanish guy channel. We actually do have that, but it just wasn't taken off, and putting the time into it wasn't really worth it at this time. I mean, but we did try that. So
Yeah.
if it would have taken off, we'd probably have all the languages of the world now. So, hey guy, how's it going? Sounds like a lot of effort. Jokes don't always translate well depending on how literal the dialect is. Apparently not. Apparently a lot of our jokes do not hit in German.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, because we have followers from all over the world.
Yeah.
So somehow they are getting it, you know.
Right.
I don't know. What
Didn't
would
we
do
check
about
in
that?
if we had North Korea last time?
I don't know. We're seeing where our most popular places are. It
Well,
always
it's America, obviously. I know that.
sometime. Okay, yeah. Let's read that off where we're actually.
Hold on, let me check comments first.
Yeah. I thoroughly enjoy your content. Thank you. Fantastic stream. That's good that we're on the community guidelines. We're on their good side. Jellyfish. Okay.
So here is our most popular countries. United States leading with 58%.
Right.
Then the UK, Canada, Australia, Germany, South Africa, Netherlands, India, Sweden, Philippines, New Zealand, Poland, Ireland, France, Italy, Denmark, Finland, Spain, Norway, da-da-da-da-da.
We're everywhere.
It goes on and on and on.
And those percentages are super low, like half a
Ye-
percentage point
yeah.
for some of them. So
Right.
I know, like on one platform, I looked the other day, and we're super popular in like South Africa and
Yeah.
Iran.
Iran?
Yeah, Tehran.
Tehran?
Iran. Yeah,
Oh, Tehran.
Tehran.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I think that's how you pronounce it.
I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, I heard that Katy Perry went to space today. If there is space, I guess she was up there, but
Huh.
who knows? It was like an all-woman crew, so I think they just
Did
went
they
up
make
there.
a bunch of sandwiches?
Yeah, they went up there ahead of the guys to make sandwiches, and they're just gonna float them out in space, and the guys, come by and pick up the sandwiches.
That's good. That's
Pretty
a
sure
good idea.
that's what they were doing.
That's a good idea.
Love watching the shorts. They make my wife roll her eyes. Keep up the good work. Yeah, we get that a lot. Even my wife rolls her eyes a lot. So
Shout out Alberta.
cool.
That's Canada, right?
That is Canada. Are you guys?
North Korea.
We've asked this before on lives, but are you guys for or against becoming part of the United States?
Really?
Yeah.
Look at that.
What? What am I looking at?
No North Korean views.
Oh, how do we get a hold of those guys? I mean, they would love us.
Russia.
Yeah. Better watch the
In our
comments.
lifetime, we have 1,296,000 views from Russia.
From Russia.
Yeah.
Cool. You remind me of a guy named Buddy Pillmore. That's good to know because that's exactly what I've been trying to do all this whole time. I thought, when is someone going to recognize that? And now they have. So our
No,
mission.
we don't have very many from there.
I have reached the Buddy Pillmore threshold.
I'm glad.
now-
I'm proud of you.
Our mission is accomplished.
Good.
We can just stop this now.
Okay.
I don't know who that is, but I'm sure he's a great guy if I remind you of him. Make America Great Again. Everybody wants that, probably, right? What is your drink of choice? Like when I'm not drinking alcohol or alcohol? I mean, I drink the most water, probably, out of everything. So I would have to say that's probably my go-to drink is water. But like alcohol, I like whiskey. Not a beer drinker at all. Just bloats me. Makes me, I don't know,
You see that
feel
number?
horrible. Yeah, what's that mean?
That's our lifetime views on YouTube.
That's a lot.
It's a decent amount
Yeah.
in 2.5 years.
All right. Could have told them. Could have shared with the class.
567 million views on YouTube
Yep, that's a lot.
in two
And if you notice on here, we're about to hit 500,000
subscribers.
We should hit that tomorrow.
Yeah.
So maybe tonight if you guys start sharing stuff and tell people to follow us. Nice work, guys. Most Canadians seem not to be in favor, or most who are don't believe that it could happen. But those few here that truly support Canada's annexation and are very into it, but I feel like most here who say that just want guns. So they're like, well, if we're Americans, we know we can have guns again. And am I wrong that they can have like hunting rifles and shotguns, but it's just really hard to get handguns up there, I believe? I don't know. I learn English on your videos. Thanks. Well, that's cool. Yeah, I don't know if you want to repeat some of the stuff we say, but if you learn the language, that's all right. What if the devil was bald? I don't know. Then he would be bald. Most pictures, he's bald, so we'll just go with that he is. What's your favorite song? Oh, I mean, I don't know if I have a favorite song. That'd be hard to say. Um, we can only get pistols and revolvers in bear country. Okay, yeah. Buddy was from Springfield, Missouri. Yeah, we're close. We're about an hour and a half south of there. So maybe that's why. Maybe I'll run into him someday at Costco when we're up there. And then he'll all think that that's me, and everyone in the store will be reminded of him. Something like that. Then you can go back to sleep. What's that mean?
I don't know what they're talking about.
There would be hell to pay. Yeah.
Hmm.
Hi, y'all. So close to 500,000. Yeah, that's what we were just talking about. Greetings from South Wales, United Kingdom. Not sure exactly where that's at.
South Wales,
Yeah,
United Kingdom.
really?
Yeah.
Like what part of?
I don't know.
United
It's a
Kingdom?
small island.
It is. We've went up like 29 followers since we got on here. That's not enough, though.
Well, it's pretty there.
Yeah, it is.
Probably cold. Right there.
So way
it's
down
south
there.
side.
That's cool.
Southwest.
Yeah. Hello from Colorado. Hey, how you doing? Wales is not an island, it's in England. Well, England
is an
itself is
island.
kind of an island, right?
Well, it is an island.
Let's see.
The whole thing is an island.
Zoom out. Yeah.
England. United Kingdom.
Right. Yeah, it kind of is an island.
It is. It's not kinda.
Well, kind of.
You're gonna piss me
That
off.
guy lives there. He would know. He didn't say it is, so it must be just kind of.
Okay.
Yeah, that's weird because they could just build some land in between there pretty easy. What was the first crime you ever committed in your life? It had to probably be something at school because I was ornery in school. I don't know. Maybe I bounced an eraser off a teacher's head or something. That would have been assault, I guess. What job did you perform before YouTube? I ran printing presses and construction, stuff like that for years. Book binders, making books. Wales is its own country. Oh, yeah? Hello from Newfoundland. Hey, I was reading that. Where's it at? Let's see. We're looking this up on a map right now.
Well, we saw it already.
We need to project this, so is there any way to put this to where they can
No.
see what we're doing? No.
It's part of the UK. I guess it's just not England. Oh, England, Scotland, Northern Ireland, and Wales. Okay, whatever. You can be right, I guess. I'm right too.
This guy's everywhere. He's in Newfoundland, Labrador, Canada. He's in 2 places at once. That's incredible. A whale is a fish, not a country, bro. Whale is an aquatic mammal. Most easterly province in Canada. I'm from Ireland. Ethel says that.
So you're from the UK also? No, I'm just kidding. You're not.
Right by
Northern
Wales.
Ireland is, I guess.
We don't know our geography very well.
Well, it's Europe. I don't really care that much about Europe.
Well, we care about our listeners. Though.
Well, yeah, our listeners from Europe, sure. But European geography, I just know American geography.
Yeah. All right. So what else? Anybody else have anything for us? Tell us a joke. Then we can, if it's good, we'll use it.
Yeah, we'll just steal stuff.
Right.
We
Tell
get
us
accused of
jokes.
it all the time.
I used the talk to text thing, so when I said Wales, they really wrote the word Wales, not the country Wales.
That's a lot of whales. We've
Right,
said whales a lot tonight.
We have. That's the word of the day, like Pee Wee Herman used to have. Wales. Geography is easier to prove than history. Kind of.
Well, yeah, because you can see it.
Right.
Except for all the land on the other side of the ice wall.
No idea. He's telling us jokes.
Yeah.
We don't know. No idea. I hate the delay over here. That freaks me out.
Yeah, you say this.
Damn
every time.
you. There. Now we're caught up more. Any other questions or geography things we can look up and tell you? We've been doing games and last night we did one. What is it called again? It's like
Google Feud.
Google Feud. The first time we did it was actually fun, and we could actually guess some of this stuff. But last night, um, we couldn't guess anything. We get like two maybe out of each round,
Yeah, we
if
were doing
that. And we
awful.
were cheating. Comments were telling us and stuff. Uh, what do you call a deer with no eyes or legs? Do we know that one? You ever had a wiki race before? I don't know what that is.
Is that the thing
Sounds
where
fun.
basically people will try to start with like just say a word?
Banana.
Okay, so you'd start with banana.
Hmm. Okay.
We could do this as a lot live. Wikipedia.
This is what you do?
Yeah, so you go here
Okay.
and then name another word. It's completely unrelated.
Dog.
Okay, so we would click these links here
Okay.
within this, and then it would take us to another thing, and then we would click a link in there, and basically we try to get to dog through banana.
Oh, it's like 5 degrees of or something.
Basically,
Okay.
I think. I don't know.
Oh, let's see. What do wives and hurricanes come in? Yeah, the wet and wild, they leave, take the house with them. Yep. We've done that one. That's a classic. Hey guys, greetings from Switzerland. Greetings from America. Joe King says, still no idea. Okay.
No idea.
No idea. Yeah, it just wouldn't have legs. It'd be like a motionless no idea. I know a cow with no arms or no legs. I guess they don't have arms. Cow with no. With what was that joke? No, I'm confused.
Ground beef.
Yeah, ground beef.
We're getting a lot of UK people on here today.
Yeah, that's cool. Good evening, gentlemen. Missouri here. That's cool. We're right across the border from you. Then, are you Southern Missouri or where are you at? Hope Trump's helps you out here in the. Yeah, we don't really talk about politics here. We don't care. So, I was in Blytheville, Arkansas in 1970 in the Air Force Base. Well, that's cool. Thank you for your service. I'm not sure. Where's Blytheville?
Switzerland is not an island, by the way. I knew that.
And they told us that.
Yeah.
Everything is an island, technically.
Yeah, I was going to say that too.
Because continents are set in the middle of the ocean. So that's an
Exactly.
island. It's a big island.
Oh, it's over by Tennessee.
Okay.
Jonesboro.
Yeah, I've never been there.
Jonesboro area.
We've been through that area, yeah, on the way to Nashville, right?
No, you don't go through there on the way to
Memphis.
Nashville. No, you go more north. Oh, yeah, you guys might have been there on the way to Memphis. I've never been to
Right.
Memphis still.
Let's see. Nobody knows, yeah. What do you call a man with a spade on his head? I'm not sure. South, okay. A county from Arkansas. Yeah, cool. We are right across the border on Bull Shoals Lake. We can see Missouri from our house.
Doug.
I like to tell people, Doug, like weed, can we say that on here?
Probably.
Is legal in Missouri, and it's not in Arkansas, strangely enough. But we tell people at our house that it's legal here because we can see Missouri. So that's a little loophole that we've came up with ourselves. So not that we do that much, but when we do, if we want to, then we can see it, so it's legal for us. Anyways, cheers from Brazil. Love you guys. That's cool. Brazil's really pretty, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, we were in Eureka Springs today. If any of you are familiar with that in Arkansas, it's a really eclectic town. It's a neat town.
That was a big word for you.
It was. I've been rehearsing that today.
Good job.
I'm going to use this later.
Well, that's pretty cool looking.
Yeah, wow. We're looking at Brazil here.
The Christ statue, of
If
course.
you guys want to follow along on your computers at home. If you don't, all
Lot
right,
of
go back. Let's
big
make sure there's no.
Freaking waterfalls, huh?
Yeah. Let's see. How do you keep a fool in suspense? We'll tell you later.
Huh.
Legal weed is a lot less fun. Right, yeah. That is kind of true. Like, it was all about like being worried about getting home with it and spend the rest of the night looking out your blinds and stuff, thinking someone's out there. How's the trout fishing down that way? Well, supposedly, about 35 miles from us, there's a big water tower that says the trout capital of the world. So I think it's good. It's the White River. We haven't really tried it. We did that, what,
Once, maybe
I think.
twice.
Yeah. Pretty much have to have one of those flat bottom long boats. That's what everyone uses. You can do it from the bank, and we don't have one of those yet. So we were trying to master the fishing in our little lake here, and we still haven't even got that because we're from the north and the water is muddy and there's algae everywhere, so it's easier to fish up there apparently. And down here, the water is so clear, the fish just see your line. We float over them. We're throwing all different lures, and they don't care. We do have good catfish here. I mean, we've had luck with that.
Yeah.
So,
Well, what do you think?
I don't know. We're still getting lots of questions. Without the dose of paranoia, that stuff is psychedelic and can mess some people up. Yeah, I believe probably could, but then just don't take it anymore, right? Albert Einstein was a genius, but yeah, Frankenstein, he was a monster. Corn, what are we talking about there? Corn.
Baits.
Oh yeah,
For
that works
fishing.
good. Yeah, we I think tried those little what do they call those? The little different flavored
Power baits.
power baits. Yeah, that's what we tried. Someone at your table is possessed by an owl. Well, that's awesome.
Who?
Where do you guys live and where are you fishing? We live in Arkansas, just across the border from Missouri. We're on Bull Shoals Lake. That's where we're at. So, if you guys are familiar, we actually have the last ferry that goes across Bull Shoals Lake is like right up the road from us a ways. So, it's kind of cool. You could take I think they could fit like 8 cars on there.
Something like that.
6 to 8 cars. And it goes across, and it's more of like a scenic thing, really. There are people that work across the border that rely on that every morning and kind of have it down to a science. But if you're, a lot of times, like when we type in somewhere, if we want to go to a certain area, it'll suggest going that way. But if you get up there and there's only one ferry, and if it's gone, if you missed it, it's about 20 minutes for it to go across, 10 minutes to load it, and 20 minutes for it to come back. So you're going to be sitting there a while. So. But they do have departure times and stuff. I guess the people that work across and use it every day probably get that down. But when to get there. What's up? Nothing really, just BSing for a few minutes. Cycling is getting very popular. Is that a joke?
I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you this, what I feel about that. We build anymore, there's so many trails that people that bicycle, with their shiny jackets on or whatever their spandex stuff with all the numbers, and it's like they're all sponsored up to go ride to the store or something. But if they get in the way, I think that they're pretty rude because the roads down here aren't like a lot of places. They're curvy, they're windy, hilly, and you come around the corner and there's 2 bikes spread out in the road. You're just stuck there. They're going up a hill, so they can't keep up with traffic. And I think personally they're rude. They don't know where those people are trying to get to, if they're going to work, whatever. I just yelled at a couple just the other day. So ride on a trail or ride somewhere where there's a shoulder and don't slow down. I mean, we had like 20 cars behind us. 2 guys riding side by side in the middle of the road up a hill on a curve. There's no reason to do that. So we don't talk politics on here. What does a dog and a Harley Davidson have in common? I'm not sure about that one.
I don't know that one.
This is one we might be able to steal and use. See? Dan said hi. Sorry, what are we talking about there? Some kind of larvae?
The bait. Talking about bait.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I missed that one. They both like to ride in the back of a truck because the Harleys broke down all the time. Yeah, that's a good one. We could use that. We could put my bike in the back of a truck and do something with that maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good one. Screenshot that or something, whatever you do. What vehicles do you have? We have a, let's see, what do we have? I got a 2018 Harley Road King. I have a I'm trying to think of years. 2018 Camaro SS 1LE that's been messed with. It's not stock.
Yeah.
You have a Charger. What year is your Charger?
2015.
2015.
Just a six
We
cylinder
got
on
the
that.
Denali. We got an old Avalanche. That was actually my grandpa's truck. I got an old Dodge lifted truck that we just use for like getting wood, stuff like that on our property. It's just sitting there right now. And then we have a 2020 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited. Um, that's I think that's about it. Your girlfriend has a car. What's hers? A Kia?
Kia Sportage, I think.
Kia Sportage. I'm not too familiar with those, but Harleys
It's a
just
mom
leak.
car.
They mark their territory. That's what I used to tell people when I had my other bike, and it did leak. This one hasn't started leaking yet, probably because I haven't really rode it a lot. But Mopar, yeah. I had a Dodge Challenger 2016 that I bought brand new. Had like 8 miles on it for a while, and I got rid of that. What, like 2 years ago?
Yeah, when you got the Camaro.
Yeah. So now we're looking like, man, we're gonna have to. If we get more cars, we need more garages and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
We
in
need
the
a
future.
Challenger. We need a Hellcat or something.
Yeah, we do. Kia shortage.
Hmm.
We were parked. They parked next to us the other day, and we were in the Denali and looking at the two cars next to each other. Because your car doesn't look, or you guys' car doesn't look super small. I'll just see it by itself.
Right,
But
yeah.
the Denali is huge, so seeing them next to each other was like, wow, that's quite a difference.
All right, I got a lot of other work to do.
All right, guys.
Wrap.
Yeah, we're going to have to get off here. We appreciate everybody. To wrap it up, go to shoptheguy.com. We have merch on there. We got shirts, hats, mugs, stuff like that. So we really appreciate it if you guys at least go on there and check it out. You know, give us a chance. See if there's anything you like. If there's something you don't like, you have ideas, leave us a message on there. So, if you could do that, that'd be cool. Everybody have a good night. Stay safe, and we'll talk to you later.